you hit it on the head early on in this when you said just be yourself. Take the conversation where it will go. Well, where it's gone over time for us in just a couple of months is there's so much homogenized crap out there, and every segment on every show
Good
feels like
phrase.
it's producer led. And here are the 5 questions you need to answer. Is MJ better than LeBron? Like, and even the ESPYs the other night. We can get into it, but
Oh,
um, it was, I worked for ESPN. They gave me a settlement. They had me. I loved working. I loved working with the people I worked with for a few years, and I love a lot of still people that work there. But there was something so cringy about even the opening that I was just kind of like, well, this is sports. People are supposed to have fun. And if you don't have fun, then you better get into the issues and get into them deep and get into them real, or nobody's going to pay attention anymore.
well, that's just it. Everything these days in sports talk, whether it's podcast, radio, television, it makes no difference. It is all kissing the ass of someone somewhere and trying to fit a certain niche. It's like here we have, thank God Fox finally canceled FS1, a number of the talk shows on it. They were absolute nonsense because all it was, and look, it was people like Joy Taylor who was sitting there and trying to look her prettiest and trying to look the best that she can and trying to say something nice so that the
Yeah.
young white males between the ages of 18 and 30 would be happy to see her and they would be happy to argue about absolute nonsense that's not based on anything that is a real issue in sports. And now, not only do we have Pat McAfee still sitting there spewing his absolute Gen X, Gen Z nonsense, now we've got them getting in bed with Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, who is just nothing more than somebody who's another fire starter. Here's a guy who loads up the flamethrower every day and tries to create something that is absolute nonsense. Mike, this goes back to what I said at the beginning, at the very first show we ever did, and you and I talked about it. It is the phrase I call contrived controversy. And you've just made it to where you said homogenized, which is basically what it is. But taking all this contrived controversy and trying to, again, and you've talked about it, those white males between the ages of 18 and 30 that, what's the word you use, manification or something of that?
Manosphere. They're part of the manosphere.
It's
Everybody's
the
sort of in this
manosphere.
weird, yeah, it's like this, it's backlash to actually decent society.